Good afternoon. After the wool was cleaned and then combed out, the next step was to color the wool, the appropriate colors used for the curtains and the tapestries to make the Mizbeach beautiful. This is the Melacha known as Tzovaya, as dyeing the wool. In fact, most Rishonim explain that the Tzovaya, the dyeing that was performed in the Mishkan, was this method of soaking the wool in colorful dye. However, the Yerushalmi actually says that the dyeing that occurred was that they would literally bruise the skins of the animals while they were still alive in order to cause the skin to appear more red. And that way, when it was removed from the animal, it had already had a tinge of color. Based off of both of these reasons, the halacha is that Tzovaya is problematic in one of two manners, either of changing the color of a material itself directly, such as by knocking on wool or by causing that skin to bruise, or by changing the material by means of another substance, such as a dye. Therefore, if one changed the color of any material or substance in either one of these two matters, that would violate the Melacha min HaTorah of Tzovaya. There are two additional qualifications that are necessary in order to violate the biblical transgression of Tzovaya. The first is that it is only a problem min HaTorah if the coloring effect is permanent, similar to the way it was in the Mishkan, that the skins, the wool which was dyed, which was made colorful, that was done in a manner which remained permanently, either indefinitely or certainly for a significant amount of time, longer than we could measure. And that is called a permanent change, which occurred on the wool. Secondly, once the color was changed, there was no going back. There was no way, even by actively trying to remove that color, that one could take it back to its original color, again, making it permanent. So min HaTorah, one only violates Tzovaya if it's done in a permanent manner, which is defined by A, being a very significant amount of time before it fades away, and number two, by having no active means of being able to clean off that color, to remove that color from the substance. If either one of those two are lacking, then one would not violate Tzovaya min HaTorah, though one would still be at risk of violating the Isser Midrabanan, the rabbinic level of Tzovaya, of dying in additional circumstances, even if it is not permanent, which will be discussed moving forward. Have a great day.